Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. I got a couple big picture charts I want to show. First of all is just the reminder that about a week and a half ago, actually less, a Monday of last week, we gapped below, following those bad production numbers that were released on Sunday. We gapped below meaningful midterm support that is presently at 268.13. That set off a sell signal. Two targets. The first is 206.85, considered a 3 to 5 week objective with present volatility, and this directional move will probably test it this week, inside of 2 weeks. And the final and ultimate objective is 186.97, that descending channel bottom. That's considered a 2 to 3 month target, but we may test it next week if we settle below 206.85. Now, I still call it a 2 to 3 month target because we could double bottom at 206.85. We could have a significant rally back into the 250s, 260s, and then fall off into later November before ultimately testing the 186.97 channel bottom. So that 186.97 channel bottom remains our target. So let's take a look at another chart I want to show you, and that is the triple Q, the NASDAQ 100 ETF. It should be noted that we'd had an objective now for the last month or so following a settlement below the 289.40 long-term speed line, 258.05 to 260.13. You can see here A is actually the post-dot-com bubble 2002 low against B, the November all-time high, and C is the March 2020 COVID low, kind of the 2-year extremes here. They've come together nicely. 258.05 to 260.13, and we dropped to within 1 point of these, so we now are in the zone of testing longer-term support in the NASDAQ 100. Now, we could continue south in the NASDAQ 100 in the triple Q. You see a church steeple rally here that is clearly forming, but not unless we close below 258.05. Am I comfortable assuming longer-term bearish continuation from here? So what am I saying? What I'm saying is Tesla being such a big part of the NASDAQ 100, that this 206.85 level, I guess it gives us more reason to consider it to be a meaningful support area, perhaps, especially assuming that or given the fact that the NASDAQ 100 is presently testing its own long-term support. Now, if we do close below, once again, 206.85, just want to mention that by the end of next week, we should test that 186.97 level. Let's take a look at the day itself, because I think that's what most of you are interested in. We've got 218.01, simple trend line off the lows that we settled below on Tuesday, and given present volatility, we can quite easily test 206.85 today. 206.85 able to contain, once again, selling not only for the day, not only for the week, but also into November trade, and we could bounce nicely off of it. On the way down today, 211.86 can contain intraday selling pressures, and if we break or open today below 211.86, expect 206.85. Once again, last time I'll say it, closing below 206.85, we should by the end of next week test that 186.97 longer term target. Now, upside today, pushing or opening above 218.01, I do have carefully chosen minor resistance levels, but it's 229.18 that stands out as the next sort of aggressively sellable level on an intraday basis. I don't want to fall in love with this area in terms of selling it aggressively. If we push back above 218.01, I think there will be some degree of recovery. 229.18 able to contain intraday buying. And if we push through 229.18, and I know I'm getting way ahead of myself here on that possibility, because that would be a big move in itself for the day, but I just don't like to crowd these session containment levels. Pushing through 229.18, 235.98, is it in reach today? I'm going to show that here. I'm going to blow this chart up. 235.98 is a descending channel top just based off the last 3 weeks. Is it in reach today? Highly doubtful. You could also say that closing today above that 229.18 level would indicate 235.98 tomorrow, where we can place a daily high and quite possibly top out through the rest of the week. So, 235.98, we're not going to see it today, but if we did close above it, then we have 246.49 the following day. And that is our level that, if tested, This is a new descending 1/3 speed line projected off the August high. If it were tested over the next 3 to 5 days, could contain buying through next week, and we could fall back to 206.85 from there within a week or two of doing so. But all these points have been carefully chosen. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. I could leave you with this image. I think this is good for the day. These are the primary points: 218.01 ceiling, below which 206.85 in reach. And if we push or open above 218.01, we have minor resistance levels up to 229.18, the more significant of them, that can contain intraday, possibly daily buying pressures. If we settle today above 229.18, expect that 235.98 level I showed just a moment ago. And that is all I have for Wednesday's Daily Tesla Report. You have a great day.